Alright, in this video we're going to look at lesson 6.07, continuous random variable. Alright, so in 6.07, let's look at number 1. So the graph shows a probability distribution. Notice that it is uniform. It is the same across all from 1 to 5. So just by looking at this, I know I can divide it up into pieces. Like this is 25%, so 0.25, 0.25, 0.25, 0.25. What is the probability of getting something between 2.5, which would be from here, all the way to 5? Okay, so that means I have to divide up this 2.5. Okay, so 2.5 divided in half gives me 0.125. So this means I need to add up everything from 0.125 and then these two 25%. So if you add all of those up, you should get 0.625. And don't forget to express your answer as a decimal. All right, so this is just like question 2. So we have same thing, it's a uniform, so we can divide each one of these sections up into 0.1 or 10%, right? Here's 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, because there's 10 pieces. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces. Okay? Now, what is the probability that the tree's angle from the vertical will be greater than 4 degrees? So that means we're taking everything from 4 and greater. So add up all of those 0.1s and you're going to get 0.9. After you add, there's 9 of those, so that would be 0.9 after you add up all of those greater than 4. All right, and in question 3, use a probability distribution to solve the probability of getting x is greater than 5. All right, so let's look at what this looks like. I can't draw a straight line. So we've got this triangle right here, and we're trying to find the probability. So it's going to be area equals base times height. So in this triangle, we have 4 at the bottom. The height is 0.2. So my area is going to be 1/2 times 4 times 0.2. Put that in your calculator, and you're going to get 0.4 as the overall probability from x is greater than 5. All right, so on number 4, the graph shows the probability distribution, which probabilities are equal to 0.2. We're going to find each one of these. Okay, so let's look at the first one, the probability from 1 to 3. So from 1 to 3, we're going to use our formula, 1/2. So I have 1/2. The base would be 3 units, and the height looks like 0.3. So that's going to be 0.45, so it's not that one. So the height greater than 4, so at 4 and greater, that's going to be the 1/2 times base, which would be 1, and the height, which would be 0.4, which gives you a 0.2. So that one is equal to 0.2. Let's look at the next one. So x is less than 2. Okay. So in that triangle, my base is 2 units. My height is 0.2. Put that in your calculator and you get 0.2. So that one is equal to 0.2. And then let's try the next one. Now on the next one, we only want this piece right here from 2 to 4. Okay. So what I'm going to do is take the big triangle from less than 4 and subtract off the little triangle from 2. So if I subtract that off, then it's going to give me the region I want. Okay, and to do that, you have to find the area of the big one minus the area of the small one. So the area of the big one, which is from x is less than 4, that's going to be 1/2 times the base, which is 4, times 0.4, minus the little triangle, which is 1/2 times the base of 2, times a height of 0.2. Okay? Then after you do that, you get 0.6 is your answer, and that one is not equal to 0.2. Okay? So that is just like question number 4. You have to solve each one of those and check off the ones that are equal to 0.2. All right, and on question number 5, use the probability distribution to answer the question. So we have x is less than or equal to a is equal to 50%. So 50% is going to be right in the middle, right? 50% is right in the middle. So the value of a must be 2 because on each one of these sides we have 50%, half of this trapezoid. All right, so let me know if you have any questions. Let me know, and you should be able to take your 6.07 quiz.